This might be a long one, so grab your tea. Hello, welcome to a new video. Today I'm sharing 5 things you can do starting right now that'll really help to transform the health of your skin. Whether you're dealing with acne, clogged pores, irritation or dryness, or you just want that extra glow, hopefully some of these tips will be helpful no matter what state your skin is in right now. I talked about this a little bit in my morning skincare routine video, but I've dealt with acne for about 10 years now, ever since I was like 15, 16 years old. I remember just trying anything I could, from drugstore products, higher end products, prescription creams, teas and supplements, drinking a ton of water, DIY skincare like honey masks and like apple cider vinegar. You name it, I've probably tried it. The thing is, I never found that miracle product or quick fix for my skin. And to be honest, I don't think that exists. Instead, my perspective slowly started to shift from wanting to find a really quick fix and something that'll just cure it all, to being open to make small changes in my lifestyle and in my routine to really improve my health overall, and eventually that showed up in my skin. Around the summer, so like May, June, my skin really started acting up again. It was probably a combination of added stress, not getting enough sleep, not really moving my body. I knew I had to switch up something in my routine. So that's when I actually started my Instagram page, NICESKINDAYS. And the purpose was to really document everything I was trying and the products I was using to see if that would help my skin. And I've never done it in a way where I was like taking photos, before photos, progress photos. And honestly, in just a span of like 2 to 3 months, I noticed a huge difference in my skin. Really now I'm just focusing on maintaining my skin, preventing future breakouts, and treating some hyperpigmentation and acne scars that I have, mainly around this jawline area and on my cheeks. Also, really quickly but important, I'm not a skin expert or a dermatologist. I'm just really passionate about skincare after the long journey I've had with acne, and I want to share what I've learned with you. If you are having very severe skin conditions or a prolonged skin condition, it would be really wise to consult your doctor, who can then refer you to a dermatologist. Also, of course, skin is really personal, so what works for me or someone else might not always work for you. And that's why it's so important to just listen to your skin and adjust accordingly. Okay, that was a long intro. Let's get into the tips. Number 1, simplify your skincare routine, then stay really consistent. If your skin is freaking out, feels really imbalanced, really irritated and sensitive, it might be a good time to focus on really strengthening your skin barrier and going back to the basics. I know you see a lot of like 10-step skincare routines, and the 3 staple products that make up any good skincare routine are cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen. Everything else is kind of a nice added bonus once you get these 3 down pat. So what I did was, starting with 1 product at a time, so cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen, I did my research and found products that really worked well for my skin. It left my skin feeling hydrated and comfortable. And then I stuck with those products and I avoided switching it up too much. So when my skin was acting up last summer, these are the products that really saved my skin. For cleansers, I turned to CeraVe. In the morning, I would use the hydrating cleanser. And at night, I would double cleanse. I would go in first with a micellar water. My favorite is from Bioderma. For a moisturizer, I went with something super soothing, and I used the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5. And my Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Face Sunscreen SPF 45, because I knew this doesn't break me out. For active breakouts, I used a benzoyl peroxide 5% gel on top of moisturizer. I'll link my current morning skincare routine down below, and stay tuned for a full nighttime skincare routine coming soon. Number 2, use chemical exfoliants to unclog pores. This is for anyone who struggles with those pesky clogged pores, blackheads, whiteheads, closed comedones, and I was really prone to these along my cheeks, on my nose and my chin. Using alpha hydroxy acids and beta hydroxy acids in my routine have been an absolute game changer in keeping my pores clear. So what's the difference? Alpha hydroxy acids, or AHAs, exfoliate the very top layer of your skin, and that reveals fresher, smoother, and visibly firmer skin over time. Examples of AHAs are glycolic acid, mandelic acid, lactic acid, and malic acid. Beta hydroxy acids, or BHAs, help to unglue the structure holding dead skin cells on the surface of your skin and inside your pore lining. They'll penetrate deep into your pores and break down the oil that's clogging them. Examples of BHAs include salicylic acid, which is one of my favorite ingredients in skincare products, and willow bark extract. My favorite product that has both AHAs and BHAs, which I discovered last year, is the Consonant Skincare Maximum Glycolic Meta Serum. Doesn't irritate it at all, and it just leaves me with visibly smoother and clog-free skin over time. But I only introduced that product into my routine once my skin felt like it could handle it. And I started slowly, and that's also important with chemical exfoliants. I started using it about every 3 days for a few weeks, and then I amped it up to once every other day. I know the Paula's Choice 2% BHA solution and the Youth to the People resurfacing mask, I think it's what it's called. I know those two are really, really popular as well, and I have friends who swear by both of them. I'll list some other exfoliants I love down below. Number 3, be gentle and kind to your skin, and that means no picking. This was the hardest one for me personally. When I was in my teens, I got into the really bad habit of picking at my skin whenever I had a breakout or a clogged pore, or a pimple that looked like it could be popped. I still struggle with this, but when I'm stressed, I don't even think about it. Like, I just kind of end up touching my face more often, and when I'm really stressed, I can fixate on a part of my face where I feel like there's a clogged pore, and I will literally, this is so gross, I will literally dig my nails into my skin sometimes to try to get something out, and I won't stop until I feel like satisfied. Even if it does come out, I'm left with like a huge wound on my face that takes weeks to heal, and it leaves me with hyperpigmentation, which also takes a long time to fade. So it's never worth it. The more gentle you are with your skin, the faster it will heal. It sounds really simple, but if you have a bad habit of picking your skin like I do, it can be really, really hard and take a lot of work to overcome. But ever since I started really working on it, my skin has just healed so much faster. It bounces back from breakouts so much faster. I plan on doing a full video later on about exactly how I stopped picking my face and what helped, and what I would do when I would pick to kind of minimize the scarring. Tip number 4, master your sleep and de-stressing routine. Stress and poor sleep will show up in many areas of your life, including your skin. For my skin, I really noticed this pattern as I look back on different phases in my life. In uni, I was super stressed out, not sleeping well. I even had a job one year where I did like overnight shifts at a front desk. My routine was a disaster. And then, I graduated, kind of got into a 9-to-5 job, and my routine slowly started to kind of become more stable, which is good. And then in 2020, it was kind of like a slow decline. My sleep quality kind of went out the window. I was like all of us, just more stressed than usual, more anxious than usual. Of course, stress is a very normal part of life, and we can't avoid it completely. But there's definitely things you can do to manage it a bit better on a daily basis. Maybe for you, it's reading, meditating, stretching, working out, talking to people, taking a bubble bath, whatever makes you feel just a bit more calm and centered. Try to make that a part of your nightly routine so that it'll help you get better rest. There's also this great book called Sleep Smarter by Shawn Stevenson, which I loved. And it basically just has a lot of like evidence-based tips to improve your sleep. So I'll link this down below as well. Tip number 5, and yes, you knew this was coming, protect your skin daily with SPF 30 at least. Is wear your sunscreen the new like drink your water in skincare videos? If there's one thing you take away from this video, I hope it's to wear sunscreen every day, rain or shine, summer or winter. Damage from the sun really adds up over time in the form of premature wrinkles, sunspots, skin cancer. It can also slow down how your skin heals from breakouts and wounds. When I'm really consistent with my SPF, my red marks from healing breakouts just fade so much faster, and my complexion just feels so much smoother and healthier. It's one of those preventative things that you don't really know if it's doing a whole lot right now, but the hope is that in 10, 20, 30 years, if we're lucky enough to live that long, your skin will thank you. So those are 5 things that really helped to transform my skin in a matter of a few months. I hope it was helpful, and if you have any other tips that you think I should know about or people should know about in general, I'd love to hear them. And make sure you subscribe for weekly videos, and for daily updates, you can follow me on Instagram at NICESKINDAYS.